Hail, and well met, and welcome to Severed Threads, Notes from the Black Ballad. I am, of course, MEDM, your humble dungeon master, storyteller, and good friend, and I'm very happy to see you all, and one and all. These are my intrepid players, back again for another fantastic episode of our run-through of this amazing module, The Black Ballad. Produced and written by Storyteller's Forge, a great group of people who are also producing this podcast. I always say podcast. Producing this stream. We're very, very grateful to them, and we know they're watching. So, hi everybody. Those of you who have been here before know that we have a variety of wonderful things going on with each one of our players here. So, before we get into that, I will quickly say thank you again to Dia Morte, the amazing band behind the music that you've been listening to and will listen to for the rest of this stream. And if you like our character art, then you have the great and wonderful Kai to thank for that. You should actually expect to see some other stuff from Kai with future Storyteller's Forge projects. She's going to be a part of the gang now, which is amazing. Let's see here. Dia Morte might also be coming to an area near you. The origins of the Shadelands, the Red Opera, some of the history behind the story that you're witnessing with this module, and some of the characters that have made an appearance have their origin, and all of the stuff that's gone down as far as backstory for this adventure all begins in that area. So look for Dia Morte, the band, maybe coming to a place near you. That's kind of cool. I hope they come near me. That'd be neat. Drake is the leader of that band, and we wish him the very best in all of that. If you like Shakespeare, you should definitely go to see Ohio Shakespeare Festival. They do shows indoors in the winter and outdoors in the summer. And if you like the sound of my voice and would like to hear more of me doing performative Dungeons and Dragons, then you should listen to Echoes of Kryn, the podcast that I DM along with Samus, who is the voice of one of the characters. It takes place in the world of Dragonlance, and I think you'll enjoy it. Also, if you would like to play with me in one of my games, I have slots available. Send me a DM in chat here on Twitch or on YouTube or on Discord. All the links to all the wonderful things I've just been talking about are all in the chat, so we can get together and have a game. Now, I have talked enough. Let's have an icebreaker question with our players. Tonight's question: think of all of your favorite depictions of wizards, warlocks, sorceresses, all of that. Multiple realizations and interpretations over various forms of media, and tell me your favorite. I'm going to start. My favorite, I think, and this is a tough one because I love all of them very much, but my favorite has got to be Merlin from The Sword and the Stone. I think that is the best. I have enjoyed and loved that character forever, and I sometimes feel like he's with me in certain moments when I'm channeling other old crotchety men. There is definitely that Merlin. Although the actor's name escapes me at the moment, the voice actor. I used to know it. Can't remember what it is off the top of my head. Maybe I'll remember later. But that's me. So now we will go with Soku.
My favorite is Yennefer from the Witcher books.
Now, can you think of a depiction of Yennefer, the TV show or the video game? Or
she's had the books.
From the books. Just your own image of it. Got it. Okay. So your favorite depiction is the one that you created in your own head from reading the books.
I guess,
which makes total sense,
in terms of like physical, I would say that they did a pretty good job of it in the games.
Okay. But not as good as how you pictured it in your own mind.
No, not as good as in my
I wish we could all see that.
Maybe someday with the power of
Next,
technology.
we will go with Ryan. Ryan, you're up next.
I don't know if going into Dusk's mine is the wisest course of action. All right.
Never claimed
Trust,
it was.
trust Dawn. No.
So I had two, obviously very near and dear to my heart is Jareth, the Goblin King, as a sorcerer, David Bowie, like, clutch for the win. But I have to say, Zelda from the Legend of Zelda series as a sorceress, because she's absolutely a magic user in every iteration that she has it. And I gotta say, like, staying up to date with the newfangled movies coming out, the images from the new film coming out, I'm pretty excited about. So I think that's going to look really, really good. But obviously, like, the GOAT for me is obviously Ocarina of Time, but I think Breath of the Wild was fantastic.
Cool. I like the spread we're getting on this. Okay, next up we have Tess.
Okay, so I was afraid somebody was going to take my actual answer, which is definitely Ian McKellen as Gandalf.
Yes.
But sorry,
he's
just
the GOAT, because I was going to take him for sure.
I know. And I had a bunch left. So I guess I shouldn't say my second one in case I take two of Jessie's. So Gandalf, every single line reading he had, every single moment of those films is just exactly
Bilbo Baggins!
Yeah. I mean, the times where he's silly, the times where he's grumpy, the times where he's powerful, he's perfect. He's exactly Gandalf.
Yes.
Fantastic. Next we'll have Samus.
I am not changing my answer, even though it has already been given. It is the Merlin from Sword in the Stone, 1963. It's Carl Swenson.
Thank you. Yes, I knew it.
You're right, Sean. It is such an iconic and comedic, and just there's something so beautifully innocent about that film. The duel with Mad Madam Mim, like it's all just
Mim.
It's back when, you know, it, like I'm not gonna pick another one. I'm sticking with it.
Fair enough. Hey,
Samus, have you read the book? Sword and Stone? So good.
Yeah.
and last but not least, Jessie.
Well, mine was taken. It was Ian McKellen as Gandalf, but very close
Samus
behind that.
has just demonstrated that doesn't matter.
Very close behind that is actually Saruman. Christopher Lee nailed him.
Yeah.
He exactly everything I pictured from the books, but also Tim the Enchanter.
What a good answer.
Yes. Well done.
There are some who call me Tim.
As everyone knows, it's not actually a game of Dungeons and Dragons until somebody mentions Monty Python, and
Absolutely.
absolutely, we are now officially a branded Dungeons and Dragons game. So good job, everybody! Thank you very much, Jessie, for that. Now, I think with that, my friends, it is time. I extend my hand, inviting you to step with me into fantasy. Release your hold on that which you know to be true, and let imagination rule for the next few hours.
He said the thing.
Get it out, get it out. Get it! Last time on Severed Threads, the adventurers, fresh from defending various parts of the city of Nox Valar from the encroaching warriors from both sides of the Legionnaires and the Accursed Guard, made their way back at the behest of the Godless monarchy. In particular, Ash Lynn, who had been unconscious but is now fully conscious and working hard to restore some form of peace or control to the chaos that is steadily growing in the land of the Sunless Crossing, thanks to the incessant pouring of souls infected with the Scarlet Malice into what was supposed to be a place where souls could come occasionally, but is now quickly filling to the bursting point as more and more souls, compounded by this bizarre curse-like disease, the Scarlet Malice, come pouring into the land she rules. She requested, thanks to the actions of the adventurers, a parlay between the various factions that are involved in this war. Since both Kelzir and Janos, the lieutenants for the leaders of the two opposing forces, had been confronted and convinced to give messages of, let's sit down and talk about this, to their leaders. This was successful. And so after a little bit of interaction with the group in which a certain gargoyle was finally allowed to realize a lifelong dream of his, which was to pet a doggy, the group managed to have their meeting at Mortal Coils, which is a casino, for want of a better term, that is in the city of Nox Valar. A sumptuous feast is prepared, and the various individuals arrived. First, Dorian, coming on time, bearing gifts, and then later, as time ticked by, waiting for the other member of this parlay to arrive, Lacroix burst in and essentially started the conversation off with a antagonistic vibe. Of course, the other player in this little game is Majin, who is here to stir the pot, as it were. And as conversations were had, insight checks were made, minds were read as the adventurers tried to get a feel for what it was that the various factions wanted and were willing to part with, so on and so forth. Majin finally stopped the entire proceedings and turned to them directly and asked them what they want. And that is where we pick up. So, what do you want? What do you say? Who do you think is correct in all of this? Or is no one correct?
Go ahead, Don. You're ready.
I'm not ready. I'm waiting. I am not going to be the first one to speak. I'm going to wait to see what one of my other party members say first.
Okay, so Majin turns to you and gives you a nod. By all means.
I thank you. I believe we have all been laboring under false terms, given the fact that the original deal for the crossing has yet to be upheld. Goddess, Nixia, is imprisoned here under the assumption that the other gods would free her after they had figured out a solution to the purgatory of souls. Instead, it was up to us to release her, and she is... But we know that she is unavoidably tied to this crossing, and that it is her power who sustains it. I think we have done her a great wrong, and continue to do so until we address the wrongs done to her.
Ashlyn looks at you and nods, and what you say is, of course, true, but at least the last time I checked, none of us here are gods. What they do or don't do is beyond our control. We are here to discuss the problem at hand, and while Nixia may be a part of the final solution, how we get there, that's what we are here to determine.
Well,
I will say that
we're
a
not-
realm this wounded cannot possibly be mended without cost. What is that cost? That is what I wonder.
None of us are
DM, may I
gods,
make an insight?
but
Sir,
sorry.
just a second. I'm
DM,
before you speak,
No, it's-
Wynn. Let's get Jack his
No worries. Yak is still not entirely sure if he gets the feeling that Aislinn is hiding something, and he is...
Who?
Ashlyn.
Ashlyn. Sorry, Ashlyn. Oh, that Ashlyn is... Yeah, right. Yeah. So he gets the feeling that it's that damn woman in the castle. No,
her serving maid. She's in the corner looking.
Yes, and I'm on to you. No, but Jack. Jack is trying to see if she's holding something back from him. About the goddess herself and whether or not she knows where she is or what actually became of her after the ritual.
You may make an insight check, but since she hasn't spoken, since nobody's asked her directly the answers to address the question specifically that you are asking, then whatever insight check you make is going to be pretty vague. You need to be specific with a question to her, which then she either answers and lies, or not, or deliberately avoids to see if you can figure out something specific like that. You can't just make an insight check trying to figure out what she's hiding. You need to ask the right question.
Great. Do you want me to, so may I RP that then?
You may. Please do. I mean, why start now, Ryan?
I'm just going to dip my little toesies in these water.
Yep.
All right, let's do it. So, I think you know the cost. You were there when the ritual was summoned. We all... I assume she passed through you. Do you mean to tell me that you know nothing of where she is or what her intent is for this land that you control?
First of all, I don't control the Sunless Crossing, Jack. I never have.
Yeah.
Whatever. And as far as what Nixia wants, I am afraid that she has not shared that with me. I would like to see things restored to the way they have been. I don't seek dominion here. I've never wanted it, nor has any sovereign before me. All that we care about is rest and peace for the countless souls that the Scarlet's malice has mangled beyond recognition. This cannot continue. I'm not sure what Nixia's final part in this is going to be, but it will involve sacrifice. Sovereigns have sacrificed themselves over the centuries. Maybe others are needed as far as this is concerned. And as she says this, she makes eye contact, or tries to make eye contact with Dorian and Lacroix. Now you may make your insight check, Jack.
All right. A 24.
24. Well, she is telling the truth about not knowing what Nixia wants. She is hiding something, but it might be inferred by what she has said that the sacrifice she's expecting to be made is of Dorian and Lacroix themselves. She did not answer your question about where Nixia currently is. Majin speaks. Really, the Sunless Crossing was never meant to last, merely to buy time. Time,
Precisely.
which has been squandered, I think. Now, when you were saying?
I take... none of us are gods, of course. But at least 5 of us have spoken to gods and swayed their opinion. So simply saying we're not the gods, so therefore we can't have done anything about it, is a little sorry of an excuse.
I completely agree. And I am a god, by the way. So.
Well, then you should do more.
I know, I really should. Maybe I am.
Your mother must be so proud.
That is a question that will take quite a while to unpack. I'm going to think on that for a minute. And they going to think, mother. Concept of a mother. This is not really what we're here to discuss, but I would love to discuss it. So let's come back to that, shall we? And Dorian and Lacroix, to answer what Esmond said so far, is Dorian says, I think that this reference to the Scarlet Malice as a curse is incorrect. It's a liberation, a gift that frees us from endings. Lacroix and I can kill each other for centuries yet. That is a crucible from which perhaps something greater will emerge. When one of us finally stands alone, no god, no plane, no destiny will command us. I think that's a good thing. And I think it's a path that everyone, every soul, should feel free to tread. And Lacroix shakes his head. You're all insane. Well, he is, but the rest of you are as insane as the Mad King. If you think you can dictate the fates of gods and planes and souls, the multiverse does as it pleases, as it should, and needs none, and will brook no interference from us. But do not mistake patience for apathy. I'll tear out the throat of anyone I believe is trying to play God in our current presence.
Don will stand up. I think that both of you started walking down a path that neither of you is on anymore. And then I'm just going to turn away from them and look at Ashlyn and the Arbiter. And I'm going to say, to Jack's point, I don't think there's anything anybody, not even the gods, can do to make up for what the wrong that was done to Nixia. She was left for so long. And I think that though the goal of this place was beautiful in the idea that it would stop people from being ripped out of their final rests, because I can only imagine what the trauma was, I cannot help but think it was very poorly thought out. People are trapped here. For how long? Waiting in lines, gathering tokens for the hope that they be resurrected to pass on when everybody that they knew in life dies and nobody remembers them anymore? Is that what allows you to move on to your next life? How is that better than being able to just go and rest? Furthermore, to that point, is it really fair that such a few number of people, and I am one of these people, I have resurrected a friend, a family member, but I've also felt the agony from people who don't have the money or power to do it for their own loved ones. Why does somebody like me get to choose who gets brought back? Why does somebody who's running a city and has the money to do it have the choice to bring back anybody they want. And a mother who loses a child, or somebody is sick and dying, or dies in a war, why do those people not get to be brought back? And then they come here and they wait and they wait with little information, with fiends and devils wandering around to offer them deals for their souls. Is this really the best choice?
I agree with you completely, Dawn. Well said.
And if the Sunless Crossing isn't here, the Scarlet Malice is also stops being a problem.
True peace requires finality. Mortals should die. That is the way things should be.
I would like to roll an insight check on my party to get the vibe of what they all think, because Dawn is really nervous about what her friends in particular in this moment think about her basically saying, let people die and stay dead.
All right, well, an insight check, I suppose, to get a vibe from what everybody thinks in terms of whether or not they
I rolled
agree
low.
that you just did.
23.
Right. General thinking as far as what she's just said here, Jack.
Ooh, am I able to oppose that?
Well, she's trying to get a vibe check, so, you're trying to hide what you're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please, make a deception check then.
Heavily. 30.
30?
That'll be a 3-0 for
30,
my
right.
deception check.
Completely unreadable, Dawn, I'm afraid. Niall.
So, Yak kind of winks and smiles and is kind of just...
Niall?
Niall is just angry. As everybody speaks, you see him. My brows are furrowing, and I'm getting more and more furious, and there's something bubbling up in my throat, and in terms of what it is you said, Niall just thinks you're a little bit childish and a little bit ridiculous.
All right. And Wynn?
You got some serious feelings of Wynn agreeing with you to a point. She vibed hard with what you were saying, but then kind of pulled back toward the end.
And then your sister, Dusk.
Flabbergasted. Trying to realize, does she remember that then we would just be dead right now?
Well, we are dead right now.
Yeah, we are dead.
You know what I mean?
Just
By the way.
spoiler alert.
All right.
What?
So,
Okay.
Ashlyn,
Yeah.
confused but also stricken as she just says, what was done to Nixia was wrong. And we should do what we can to make it right. But as far as the role resurrection plays in each individual realm, that is not our responsibility here. Our responsibility is to deal with the souls that need a place of safety, to come to terms with what has happened to them so that they're not sent to their eternal rest and then ripped back. End resurrection? You're talking about the destruction of the Sunless Crossing. The destruction of all that's been created here. The cultures, the beautiful things. You're talking about the end of Nixia, the goddess of resurrection. I cannot support that. And I will fight with every point of my being to make sure that that does not occur.
We were asked for viewpoints. my experience tells me that a lot of what's going on with the Sunless Crossing in our realms and stopping people from moving on to their eternal resting place is unfair. But that's not everybody's done speaking yet, and that's just one viewpoint.
You want to know what I think? I think you're all the most pathetic excuses for leaders I've ever seen. Dorian, Lacroix, you'd love for us to believe that your warfare is in service to a higher purpose, but if you actually cared about your respective causes, you'd be more concerned about preserving what little of yourself you have left so you could actually defend them. Look at Janos. He's a shadow of his former self, even from just days ago. And Dorian, your lieutenant isn't even here. Your ranks are going to continue to self-destruct until they become empty husks. And you know this. You're both just fighting for the sake of fighting, and neither of you care who you destroy in the meantime. It's all become very clear to me how futile of an effort this all was. But Ashlyn, I think I'm the most disappointed in you. Do you want to know what will happen if you were to expand resurrection magic? Literally this, you're living it now. Constant, endless conflict where people are being treated like recyclable meat shields in blind service to the ideals of the insane. Your desire for that reality of easy resurrection, that indicates to me that you care more about the preservation of this realm than the people who dwell within it. You want me to weigh in on what we do with resurrection magic? I don't think there's a single person in this room with the moral conscience formidable enough to make a decision of that magnitude. So go on then, all of you. Continue your miserable, self-destructive march to oblivion. But if you're all so utterly desperate to fight, then the one person you should be fighting is Majin. You. Pathetic pile of pig shit puppet master that you are. You waltz in, drop a load of exposition, and then just sit back and watch with your smug, inscrutable smile. I won't claim to know how you're pulling the strings, but I do know when I'm being manipulated. If you're a catalyst in all of this somehow, I hope there exists some future in which cosmic justice is enacted. That you experience every ounce of agony that you've inflicted on the countless innocent lives you've destroyed. I'm done being one of your pawns. Fuck you. Fuck all of you. And I leave.
Now his mother would be proud of him.
As you begin to storm out, Majin watches you and says, "Oh, bravo. But I'm afraid I can't allow you to make such a wonderful speech and then not be around to witness the consequences." And he snaps his fingers and you freeze in place as you're walking out.
I draw my sword.
That's better. No need for that. This is a
Get that magic
conversation.
spell off my friend.
I mean, I wasn't expecting it to devolve to this until after dessert, but if it's going that way, if
Just
you're
take the spell off of
sure
him.
you want that way,
If you drew first. Take the spell off. She doesn't back down until he takes the spell off.
This is helping no one. And I cast Calm Emotions.
all right. Majin looks at you, raises an eyebrow. Do you really think you can hurt me? Oh my
Me?
goodness, you do. You actually think you can hurt me? That's very interesting. All right, Wynn. Have it your way. Is
the spell gone?
No, he still had it.
Oh, okay.
I was just really looking forward to how things were going to end with everyone present. He snaps his fingers again. You're free to leave if you wish.
I will say, just as a player, that I am not wanting the party to split, but that Wynn would not accept magic being put on one of us without our consent.
I appreciate that. I don't say anything, but after the spell is broken, I will turn and I will give a long, hard look at Majin, and I will leave the room.
That dog still has a bit of fight left in him, doesn't he?
He was a wolf.
I stand corrected. There's a moment of tenseness, and then Dorian says, "It's true. In the past, it's true now, and it will be true in the future. Eternal struggle is the only truth left. Trust me. I know it. I know it every moment of every waking breath. I've embraced it. The accursed God has embraced it. Those that funnel their powers into me, incessantly without end, show it to me, always. We shouldn't end the malice. We shouldn't end anything. It fuels our ascension. Let others cower behind peace. What we're witnessing here is evolution. A new state of being for all mortals. Who knows what the outcome will be? I, for one, think it will be beautiful. And then Lacroix. Evolution through slaughter. That's what Lacroix, that's what Dorian wants. That's what the Accursed God wants. The monarchy wants miracles and sacrifice. Majin wants oblivion. All of you overreach. I stand in the way of anyone who wishes to unmake reality that they barely understand, even if it means calling on old, ugly bargains. Every drop of power I have, I will wield against this irresponsibility. I must. I can do no other. And then back to Ashlyn. Is it really such a bad thing to have a means for those who are slain outside of what their destiny could have been? Children? Saints? Artists? Leaders? Parents? More time. More chances to dip your fingers into the potential that life offers. Things have not gone the way Nixia planned. Yes. And there will be a reckoning. Yes. But resurrection is beautiful. I cannot imagine existence without it. Do any of you agree with me?
It's your entire existence. You live in a place that surrounds and is surrounded by resurrection magic, but the people you just listed are not always the ones, and I would say more often than not the ones whose family and friends have the power to bring them back.
There's nothing from here that can be done about that. We are at the end of that journey. You're talking about political whims and social mores. That's not what the sovereign, that's not what the godless monarchy, that's not what Sunless Crossing is responsible for.
I know.
Should there be changes? Yes.
I agree with her, unlike my sister, apparently. I think that it is a wonderful opportunity to get a second chance, whether it be for something glorious or for revenge.
That's because you have somebody who can revive you.
Do we?
Not currently, but you had somebody.
And all of that was chance. I didn't ask to be with someone who could. It just so happened that you could.
I worked to be able to do this. And I no longer think that I should. Why am I the one who decides life or death? And what are people being held back from? This place, you said it gives people a second chance to dip their toe into the lives they live if they get brought back. But what eternity are they being held back from while they're waiting here? In the lines that are so long that you have to take a chit and come back. A coin.
What worth is a world where dying is merely an inconvenience? Someone answer that question for me. If you can.
And what worth is a world where any stupid thing that can kill you was just it? What's the point of living? There is no point in living. So what's the point in dying too?
There's a
Ashlyn,
long...
just
Go ahead, sorry.
Ashlyn, just because the Sunless, I have to believe there's a middle ground where the Sunless Crossing could change without being destroyed. You seem fixated on keeping it as it is to save it, instead of allowing it to evolve or even looking into the possibilities of whether it could. Maybe there could be a version of the world where resurrection magic was available, but the Sunless Crossing wasn't the only way and the only place that you could go. I don't have those answers, but you seem completely closed off to even the possibility.
No.
Just like these two. And she points to Dorian and Lacroix.
No, you speak wisdom. Change, especially in the face of what was sacrificed, both by Nixia and those that have come before me, is difficult to contemplate. But I would be willing and grateful to entertain the thought of some sort of compromise. If, first, we find a way to end the Scarlet Malice, which is really what we're here to discuss.
Now that I can get behind.
I simply just cannot understand how anyone could imagine existence without resurrection. What is next? Destroy magic? Surely magic itself brings a level of ease and comfort to some and not others? Where does it end? What colorless, joyless, potentialless existence are you contemplating, Dawn?
If you know it's your one chance to experience something, do you not experience it more fully? Savor it. Try to live and savor every moment of it. The idea that you can circumvent that and just have eternal chances it makes life a little less special. Is this something I thought before? No, but I didn't live life, really, before I came here. I lived through others. And I felt such a range of emotions. And I've started to realize that maybe having all of those options to live my emotions through is why I've never allowed myself to live my own. I think it's the same thing for your life.
Regardless, I think it's clear that no progress is to be made here. Dorian stands. Sovereign. Aqua. Majin. And the rest of you, I will bid you all a good day until we meet again on the battlefield.
Can I insight check him? Or even actually, I'll detect thoughts again. I want to see if with him leaving, if his anticipation level is like rising. I'm really worried about this gift he left. And the fact that he's trying to leave before everybody else.
Sure. What ability are you using to try and... It's just an insight check, or...
I will use my empathic awareness to try to divine the emotions that he, like his primary emotions. So it's my insight versus his deception.
Very well.
And I rolled
Go
a 26.
Ahead and roll 26, yeah.
That's a 10.
He despite the chaos that you know is percolating just under the surface, he is outwardly calm, but you can tell he is definitely anticipating something. You're not certain if it has anything to do with the gift. You would expect perhaps a couple of eye flicks towards it. You don't see anything like that. It is your impression with a 23, based on what he rolled, that whatever he's anticipating, it is yet to come. But he is definitely anticipating something.
Okay. Just realized I have no method of communicating that with anybody, but okay, great.
Indeed. Let's
DM,
see.
why am I remembering, like, an ability to...
I think we had telepathic
Majin,
bond.
Yeah. I feel like in the last session we were communicating, but I don't know who and how.
You know what? I think you are correct. And I believe it was something that Majin created and had
yes,
going on.
That sounds right. Yes.
Okay,
I
so
think that is something he did for you all. So, Dorian stands. He is tall. He's 6 feet 6 inches tall. So he stands very regally. Very broad shoulders, calloused hands. Clearly a soldier. And he doesn't have the typical adornments that you would come to expect from royalty. What he does have is a blackened crown that looks like it's forged from some sort of strange, dark, pitted mineral. He's wearing a deep red robe with a monk's wrappings, bandages covering up his extremities and such. He stands up, very tall, very broad, gives a bow, and turns and begins to leave, taking with him the various individuals that have come with him, of which, notably, Kelsier is absent.
I would let you guys all know he's anticipating something. Something is going to happen. I don't know when, but something is up.
We should definitely investigate whatever the hell he dropped off.
As he leaves, the Kwa watches him go and then shakes his head and looks back toward the rest of you. I understand where you're all coming from. I really do. You don't understand what that creature has done. What perversions he has made and accepted into himself. An entire realm destroyed. And others after it. Of which this is just another. Scarlet Malice may be what's brought us here and keeping us here. But the true enemy is that thing. And until you accept that, there is nothing but war in our future. Dorian, the Accursed King, must be destroyed utterly. And if no one else will do it, that I will be happy to. Majin looks at him and says, "How exactly?" And the Kwa stops on his way out. "However I fucking can," and then steps out.
Wouldn't that make him just as bad?
I mean,
Bingo.
They're at the same
You're not
level
wrong.
of crazy, just different kinds.
Nixia. Not Nixia.
Like two political parties I can think of.
Nixia's been here the whole time.
Ashlyn sits down, puts her hand in her head. Just, I think I didn't want to come right out and say it because I think I just don't see either one of them willing to sacrifice themselves in the way that it is necessary, but in the way that sovereigns have sacrificed themselves in the past to maintain Sunless Crossing. I think the only way to end the Scarlet Malice is to take the two with whom it began and offer them to Nixia as a sacrifice.
But in order to do that, we'd have to know where Nixia was.
Yes.
Do you know where Nixia is?
It's a moot point until we have something to offer her or say to her or...
Why would she want us to just kill them?
No, not us. She should. She should have the ability to determine their fate. Majin cocks his head and says, "That's not that bad an idea. It would certainly get her attention. It could end the Scarlet Malice. It did begin on their world as a part of this conflict. Couldn't take their bodies, obviously. They just keep coming back. But they're persons. Subdued. Captured. Presented to Nixia as the cause of this blight on her realm, on herself. Will certainly have some sort of effect. Worth a try, I'd say. But first, I think we should finish dinner.
I mean, they're certainly, I don't know if benefiting is the word, but they're benefiting from the Scarlet Malice. It's helping them further their destruction over and over and forge their ward never-endingly and crushing everybody in their paths. But does that necessarily mean they were the cause? Or is it just that it started there? Do we actually know the cause? Are we talking about taking two souls that, I grant you, need to be dealt with, but subduing them and then offering them up as a involuntary, that might not be a word, involuntary sacrifice to a god who's pissed? But I don't think she's pissed because of the malice. I think she's pissed because her brothers and sisters forgot about her. You're talking about just taking two souls and offering them up to a pissed off god that was not wronged by them and hoping it appeases her?
Why can't
I'm
we ask
grasping
her
at straws.
what she wants?
She has sequestered herself. She does not wish to speak to anyone. And if that is what she wishes, then we are not in a position to challenge her without something to get her attention.
Niall, or Jack, roll a insight check on that.
Well, I could roll. I have a passive insight of 26 just without rolling an insight check.
Yeah.
That seemed true? Like that Nixia
Yeah,
doesn't want to talk to anybody but Ashlyn?
I was going to insight check, but I was actually more focused on my buddy Majin when he keeps blaming Dorian and Lacroix. And I specifically brought up, I want to do a regular insight check. I ain't doing this magic bullshit on him unless I've decided to have some fun. So I want to see how he reacted when I brought up that maybe they're not actually the root cause of this. I rolled 35.
35.
I love you.
I rolled a 19 on the die.
You look at him, and you look in his eyes, and you see a shift. And with a shock, you think Majin just fell in love with you.
You
just tried to distract her.
fuck.
Oh no, Sean's just derailing our investigation by playing into the RP.
You watch it happen.
Brilliant bastard.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Well done.
Majin looks at you and subtly begins to shift. And you watch his cheekbones raise, or their cheekbones raise, their hair lengthen.
What?
They get hotter?
Their body becomes more feminine as they look at you, almost as if they are involuntarily turning into what you present yourself as, just through sheer fascination with everything that makes up the being known as Dawn.
It's a good trick.
As if he's physically
But it's weird now.
manifesting.
Now it's weird.
He's physically manifesting empathy.
It would do it. It would distract me. I raise my eyebrow and just like keep watching them while other stuff is happening around us.
I can't decide who to glare at more.
Yeah, this is... Should we leave? Like, this feels... intimate.
Majin has ceased speaking. Ashlyn, the Scarlet Malice. This cannot continue. Regardless of what you think of Nox Valar, what you think of the Sunless Crossing, what you think of Nixia, what you think of me as a ruler, the souls that are coming here, they stand in the path of utter oblivion. The Scarlet Malice must be ended. Will you help us?
I think that it is important for us to help.
Then, as Sovereign, I ask that you find a way to bring Dorian and Lacroix captive to Nixia. When you have them, I will say where she can be found.
And do you have anything to give in assistance or say in assistance on how we could possibly have them in a captive state?
Majin makes a motion with their hand, and on the table appears 2 sets of manacles. These should help. They make contact, just keep eye contact with Dawn.
Of course they have handcuffs at the ready. Of course they do. Like, why wouldn't they?
Someone else can grab those? I'm not touching them. I don't know where they've been.
Dawn
Reaches a hand across the table towards you, Dawn. But before that, surely there's time for some reflection on various things learned at this very fascinating dinner. As their hand begins to reach towards you, Dawn, you see reality itself beginning to slightly warp around the hand, as if Majin is getting ready to draw you away somewhere else. But before this happens, the door bursts open and a
cockblocked
gargoyle comes rushing in. It says, I beg your forgiveness, Your Majesty, but the leader of the Accursed Guard has just slain the leader of the Legionnaires. It was a trap. A massive attack just as they exited. Lacroix is slain.
But doesn't that just mean he's gonna be back soon?
Yes, but not immediately. And surely Dorian is wounded. Where is he? He has sequestered himself in the Still Garden. Then we will find him there. And Ashlyn stands up. As she does, her massive mace appears in her hand. Valen steps forward as well. The two of them look at each other, and then they look at you all and say, "Will you join us?" And as they do, there's a rocking tremor that shakes through the Onyx Requiem, as it would seem that the Requiem itself is now under the attack again, as Valen takes to flight and begins summoning some of the Nixian Guard as they go flying out to defend the Onyx Requiem. Ashlyn looks stricken and... Choose. Shall I stay here and defend the Onyx Requiem, or come with you?
Defend the Requiem.
That's what she wants to do.
We will deal with the king.
I'm afraid you'll have to do it without this one, though. And Majin reaches out, and you see Dawn disappear as she essentially turns into color and light and flows into Majin's hand and disappears from view. And that will be where we take our break. See you back here.
No! You I hate him! You're just...
So, if you're enjoying this, then you should know that this is season 3. There's a season 2.
I am not enjoying this.
This is season 1. You can find those on YouTube. I'm sorry, I have to run. Everybody's gonna kill me. If you're enjoying the music, you should check out Dia Morte, amazing heavy metal band that is perhaps coming to a town or a city near you soon. If you enjoy the art, you should check out the amazing Kai. And if you enjoy this module, you should check out the amazing Storyteller's Forge. But all of that will be back in 5 minutes or so. Take care. See you then.
Oh my god.
And welcome back. Good to see you all. We are about to embark on a rather interesting turn of events. If you are just joining us, well, get ready. If you have been here, well, hope you have enjoyed the ride up to this point. D&D, in fact, all role-playing games are amazing, and this is why. These sort of things. And we're really gonna jump in with both feet. So, again, thank you to Storyteller's Forge for allowing us for this opportunity. Thank you for Diamorte for supplying the fantastic music. Thank you for Kai for the great art. Up to this point, the group has had various opportunities to both explore their own understanding of what is happening in the Sunless Crossing and also really get a strong understanding of the positions that the various factions in it inhabit. At the very last moment before we broke, the character known as Dawn made an incredibly high insight check to an entity known as Majin, a strange manifestation of the concept of dreams, and as such witnessed this entity falling in love with her or something to that effect, and has been drawn into their being. The rest of the group has witnessed this and is flabbergasted, as even at this very moment they have been tasked with capturing Dorian to hopefully use him as a sacrifice, or at least present him as the cause of the Scarlet Malice to the goddess Nixia, as the Onyx Requiem, and indeed all of the Scarlet Crossing, especially Nox Valar, is under renewed attack by the forces of both the Legionnaires and the Accursed Guard, as Dorian, the leader of the Accursed Guard, has ambushed and slain Lacroix. A temporary thing, after all, it is the afterlife, but an opportunity exists here to potentially take out or capture Dorian while he is wounded, but that remains for later. Now, we focus in on Dawn. Dawn, the sensation starts off like drifting to sleep, but it's both gentler and completely irresistible. There's a soft pull that gathers just behind your ribs, and before you're able to name it, the waking world disappears from around you. Color melts, sound folds in on itself as you are drawn breath by breath into Majin's realm. The ground beneath you reforms into ripples of starlit, silken plain. Flower petals seem to rise up from it as opposed to fall. The sky above you is blooming in impossible hues, colors that you cannot name, that seem to splash and grow and morph in response to your heartbeat. You turn, and Majin is there, nude and morphing between feminine, masculine, and androgynous. The dream, the betrayer, shifting in both shape and in shadow. Blue skin glowing faintly, as if constantly lit by moonlight. There is a porcelain mask that is hanging, hovering near their hand, unfinished, as if waiting to take place in remembrance, waiting to form in remembrance of this moment. a moment that has yet to fully manifest. Majin steps forward, their eyes focusing on you intently. And as they speak, their voice is layered, like soft echoes of itself. You slip into me so easily, as if you were meant to.
I don't know. I feel like maybe yours might be more vast, but there's at least a similarity between us and our experience through others.
They step closer, studying you. There's almost a feline fascination. And as they get closer, you can see in their eyes there are constellations of stars swirling there that are rearranging themselves every time you blink. Majin comes in very close, reaches out and brushes your cheek, and as they do, your form seems to follow their fingers as if it's just expanding out like dream dust, rising up with their touch. And they say, "It is exceedingly rare to find such godlike perception in a mortal soul. You see more of me than most who wander into my realm." And they begin to circle you, showing true delight at every trace of fear, of longing, of curiosity, every truth that you display, that you don't hide from. And this entire realm seems to be delighting in it as well.
I'm so used to just like, there's always people around, and I'm so used to feeling things from people. Am I picking up others' emotions being just Majin in this time, or do I feel like it's just Dawn right now inside?
You're asking whether you feel as if you are just you?
Yeah, so like normally, because my passive insight is so high that I'm just naturally constantly absorbing the emotions of people around me. So I'm trying to figure out if I'm if I'm picking up and like starting to feel what I think I'm feeling because they're feeling things, or if I think that, you know, them being a god and in this realm, I, for once, maybe am just alone in me.
Make an insight check.
33.
It's just you, Dawn. All of their focus is on you and you alone.
Okay. I spent a long time living through others, looking at others, not looking inward. So I've got a lot of practice. But myself here pointed out that I do that, and that maybe it's time I start making choices for me.
My dear, delectable Dawn, I long to show you what a long time means to me. But love. Love is a shape I can touch, and you feel yourself being lightly caressed. Not in any place that is specifically erogenous, but close enough.
Mhm.
Touch, but never inhabit. I can peel back, disrobe lies. I can unveil dreams, rip away masks. But this, their fingers rest tightly against your chest and then against their own. This I understand only from the outside. But I want it inside. Can you help me feel it inside, Dawn?
I've only ever felt it from the outside too. So we could try to feel it together.
They draw you into their arms, warm, starlit, never fully solid. Flowers begin to unfurl beneath your feet. Sky ripples. Majin whispers in your ear, I cannot belong to one soul. I am too much dream, too boundless, too compelled to follow every unfolding story. A single dream would be, for me, a dying one.
Nobody should belong to just one soul. We should all be free to belong wherever we wish.
So their gaze seems to soften as you say that, and you realize there's real wonder on their face as they are contemplating you. Wonder and curiosity. You, as they trace your jaw with a glowing fingertip, are different. Most mortals are gray seas of stubborn sameness. But you change. You adapt. You dare to be seen, and that fascinates me. But are you really here? Your companions, your sister, they rage without you. Do you care?
Of course I care. They all are people I belong to a little bit. They hold pieces of my soul as I hold pieces of theirs. But I also meant what I said in the room. If we only have one life to live, we should probably live it till its fullest. I would love to help them, but I'm also really enjoying this moment.
Fair is fair. You have questions. We can forget about those. Or you can ask. And I will give of myself, whichever choice you make. If you choose to ask the questions, I will give you true answers. But if you tell another soul, you will find me your enemy. But if you keep it secret, at least for a while, and dawn, I will be more to you than you can possibly dream. So, questions? Or a bit of mutual unravelment as they begin to caress your neck?
I'd rather not have to keep secrets. And I'm pretty good at finding answers on my own. So I think we forego the questions.
Perfect. Beneath a sky that seems to reshape itself with each touch, you move together into an intimate, luminous motion. Held in their ever-shifting arms of starlight and mischief, you recognize, understand that despite their nature, or perhaps because of it, there is one undeniable truth that you are coming to fully understand, is that they want you fervently and impossibly. And that is going to be where we leave you for a while.
Fade to black.
Indeed.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, I needed to be so muted for that. I was making so many noises.
No, I am a child. I cannot.
I am dying. I am like sweating from stress of being alone with a DM with a god.
I wouldn't have worn this makeup had I known that we were going to be playing this kind of a session. So, we'll talk to you later, Jessie. The rest of you, you watch Dawn's form simply just shift into color and light, and then she and Majin are gone as there's another explosion that rocks the Onyx Requiem. What do you do?
I immediately check to see if our telepathic connection is still on, and I call to Niall and say, Niall, formation. Get in here.
Scream.
Okay.
In the very back of your mind, you hear a woof.
You woofed?
I woofed.
Great question.
Good boy.
Yeah, your telepathy. Did you try to telepathically find Dawn, you said?
Yes, I'm screaming. I'm screaming externally, internally. Dawn, where are you?
You could. Hi, this is Dawn. I'm busy right now. Can't come to whatever this is. Please.
I dive.
Please
Telepathic sock on the door.
Please.
Telepathic.
The voice is
sock.
decidedly Majin's as they're speaking something a little bit more feminine. It says, please just go away and do whatever it was you're going to do, as I do the same. Ashlyn stands there looking confused and... The still garden! Dorian! Take the... She looks down at the manacles. There is only one pair of manacles on the table at the moment, and there were clearly two of them up until a few moments ago.
I am going to grab
Majin.
them, and I am going to kill everybody! As I run out.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, we follow her for sure. We need to stop splitting this party.
Yeah. No, it's good. We're good. We definitely don't need a cleric for this. This will be fine. We'll be good.
Fine.
All right. So as you go running out, you begin to realize that falling into formation around you are some of the Nixian guard that have been with you in the past, guiding to various places, and they just move along behind you, and they, out of the masks, where are we going? Does anybody answer?
What's the name of it?
The Still Garden.
Still, we are
Still
going
Garden.
to the. We head to the
Garden.
Still Gardens.
All right.
We're going to the Still Garden.
We seek to entrap the corrupt king, Dorian.
They nod, and as you exit the Onyx Requiem, up to this point, obviously, things have been rough in the Sunless Crossing, but now to say that things are not going well would be an extreme understatement. Obviously, unlike wars on the mortal plane, where the death of one side or the other ultimately leads to the end of the conflict, here the opposite is happening because of the Scarlet Malice, and it becomes more and more clear with every passing moment that this is simply going to grow to become something that nobody can predict or understand. As living souls become more and more infected with the Scarlet Malice and die, and then as this conflict here causes more of the dead souls here to be destroyed and return to the living world, only to infect more, and so on and so forth. You get the sense that looking at what is happening here, surely it is drawing the attention, and indeed you can almost feel the sparks of divinity that you keep within yourself. There is an attention being focused on this plane that extends beyond the mortal to the immortal, to the divine, to all corners of the multiverse. Devils,
Sean,
demons included.
DM, can you repeat what you just said? It seems like all of our audio cut out for you.
Oh no!
In that last paragraph.
All right. We will hope that's okay. What's
Just like that last
I was able to.
paragraph
I
or
caught.
so.
Okay, so I was describing about how the conflict continues to expound exponentially on itself, with each living soul that's infected with the Scarlet Malice dying and coming here, and then as this conflict between the Accursed Guard and the Legionnaires grows, the souls here are destroyed and sent back to the living world, infecting more with the Scarlet Malice, and so on and so forth. This spark of divinity that you each hold within yourself, there's an attention, a pull from it, and you get the impression that this conflict, whatever this is, whatever it could potentially grow to be, has got the attention of the divine across all planes of existence. And devils and demons are included among that. This must end. This turmoil, this chaos, this fighting, it all must end. And if presenting Lacroix and Dorian to Nixia ends it, great. If you decide that that is ultimately useless, then perhaps going and finding her yourselves and appealing to her is your only recourse. But something must be done. Otherwise, this conflict will take on some kind of existence or identity that could fundamentally change all reality. You travel through the streets of Nox Valar, being carried by the gargoyles when necessary to avoid conflicts in the streets. You cannot go too high, otherwise the exploding maelstrom of power that is being generated above Nox Valar by the influx of the Scarlet Malice will zap you as well. But eventually, you do make your way to the outskirts of the garden, at which point you are immediately attacked by a number of cursed guards. The Nixian guard that are with you peel off and begin to engage with these individuals, allowing you the opportunity to enter into the still garden and attempt to find Lacroix. As you arrive, I think this is, for the most part, all of yours first opportunity to visit the still garden. Am I correct?
I went there
Yes.
and met Calmer and Thissa, and I took Wynn there the first time I attempted to commune.
All right. There is an arcane dome of protection that has risen up over the still garden as the accursed guard within it attempt to protect their leader from being accosted in his weakened state. As you approach it, it seems clear that you can pass through it, but there might be some other effects that you're unaware of. What do?
We have to go in, right?
I would like to actually call out my wings in this moment.
Okay. Your wings appear with a burst of dark, crackling energy and spread. There's a smell of brimstone that emanates from the area as someone's going to make a joke. 3 guesses as to who, but yes, as your demonic wings manifest. Nobody makes the joke.
I don't know what you're talking
Fair
about.
enough.
And we've never made a joke in our entire lives.
Ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're completely
that's
serious
ridiculous. Sean. Be
Sorry,
professional.
I apologize.
Honestly, she just rips one as she gets
Grow up.
Does anybody else have any preparations they wish to do before going inside?
Not one that I have time to do, so.
Yak wants to attempt to cast Dispel Magic on the barrier.
Nice.
All right. Go ahead and mark off the spell slot. What level do you attempt to do it at?
6th level.
Ooh, a 6th level spell slot then.
Wow.
Hope it works. Hope you needed that.
Stop messing around.
Oh my god, I
Go
hope nobody
ahead.
thinks-
So 6th level is not enough
level.
to simply dispel it out of hand. You will need to roll.
But, all right then. So,
What's that D12 for?
that is just,
Yeah.
yeah, right? I say that's a spell attack roll, yeah?
Inspired.
It is a caster check, yes. It is a D20 plus your charisma modifier.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yep.
So that was the D20 plus my charisma modifier. I see. All right then. Yeah, why not? All right.
Oh,
Boom! A crit!
Yes!
That was a 20. Oh, wait, hang on. I apologize. The first roll was a 16. So.
Ah.
I know. Oh, I know.
Aw, you really messed with us there.
All right.
I know.
It's not fair, but it's cool. Describe to me how you cast this, and if it's cool enough, I'll give you advantage, which will allow the crit to happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Ryan, if you've ever been
So,
cool, be cool.
You waited your
That's my
whole
secret,
life.
Tess. I've never been cool. All right, so you see Yak like sees the barrier around it, like sees all of his friends, everything, like everyone's splitting, everyone's dividing, and then he sits there and he pulls out just a key from his pocket, one that he's had with him from the labyrinth that he left long, long ago, and he just puts the key in the door. And then he just looks at the door and says, as the wall begins to shift and fade around him, he's like, "It's only for forever." And he turns the key, and as he spins the key, the rocks around the wall and the barrier begin to form up around it. This Escher-like painting begins to build itself around the barrier. And as the barrier then sort of begins to fold in on itself, it then begins to shift, almost like the stairs from that scene that we all know and love so well. So as the barrier begins to then shift away from itself, it begins to just sort of fold in, collapse in on itself, and then suddenly peels itself down into a tiny little ball, which he picks up and is a perfect crystal. Tosses it, catches it, tosses it, and it's gone.
And as it disappears, so too does the barrier.
Yes.
That was really cool.
Jack,
As if I had any doubt.
Yeah.
Dance, magic, dance.
Well, whatever effect that the barrier dome was creating seems to have been dispelled by the tremendous display of, dare we say, godlike power that has just emanated from Jack the Fairy.
Yuck.
Jack the Fairy.
That's fine.
Yuck.
As you all enter in to the still garden, there is the sound of quietly babbling water. There are numerous hedges, and despite the fact there have obviously been fights that have happened in this garden, there are still flowers, and enough of the hedges exist to create at least a little bit of barrier in terms of the sound between here and the rest of the fighting, as bizarrely it's quiet as you enter in.
It's quiet.
As
Too quiet.
you do,
No one's gonna say it. No one's gonna say it. Come on.
it is in fact potentially a little too quiet. Unnaturally so, one might say.
I was gonna turn to Dawn and be like, Dawn, was it like, oh, that's right.
As you move deeper in, you can see an idyllic scene. Dorian sits by the water in almost a meditative state, decidedly peaceful looking for someone who is supposedly suffering from deep madness, and also who has just completed an intense fight with his most hated rival. Flanking him are two accursed guards, their bodies enclosed with a rotating, shimmering vortex of knives and blades that you have seen them utilize in the past. And in front of all of this, an enormous woman. She moves almost like a storm given shape. She's very tall, bare-armed. She's draped in hides and furs. She has dark hair that's wild around her face. She's fierce-looking, irresistibly beautiful, and you see eldritch tattoos that are coiled across her skin, glowing faintly as each time her muscles tense. She's wielding a truly enormous greatsword, long, brutal-looking, scarred from shattering armor and shields. It seems almost weightless as she moves it around, and there's a grain in it, like ripples of fault lines, like forged fault lines into the metal. And every swing that she makes with it seems to hum with threat. She turns and she pivots and cuts through the air, doing a practice kata as she's basically just holding position, guarding Dorian. Each time she strikes, they sense the power behind it, the promise of ruin. Steam is rising from her runes as she fights. She stands there like someone not necessarily born to fight, but someone who is born to destroy whatever dares to stand before her. As you move into this area, there is a sudden as all sound goes silent and you realize that you have entered into a zone of magical silence. As yet, they have not noticed you because of this silence. What do you do?
Woof.
That's a good question.
How many times are we going to say woof tonight?
Woof!
Hey, I have
Woof kind of day.
justification for my woofs.
I have justification for my woof.
Mm-hmm.
D&D, everybody.
My smites are verbal. My smites are verbal.
Are my divine
no.
wraths verbal? As an action, you unleash a blast of power.
As the entire party panics to check if their stuff is verbal.
Yeah, just, I have no idea what my spells are.
Man.
Wait, my branding smite is verbal. Is my normal smite verbal? It must be.
Divine Smite is not a spell. It does not require a component. All it requires is that you actually succeed on a melee attack.
It's just my branding smite that I can't do, which is fine. I don't care about that. Okay. So we're not in initiative because they haven't seen us yet, correct?
No, you have a moment to... I mean, they are about to, especially if nobody does anything stealthy.
Wynn is going to move. Like, can I go behind these trees here? I don't know
you
why
can.
It's not letting me ping. So I'm just going to, slide right behind a tree.
Okay.
To get out of line of sight.
Make a stealth check at disadvantage because of your armor.
Even though there's no sound?
It's the same for everybody. So it's their perception. They would have a disadvantage on perception as you have an advantage on stealth, but vice versa. So it all washes out.
So sorry, I am rolling disadvantage?
Yes.
Or it just evens out. Okay. First roll 21, and then second roll was a 15.
15. Well, as of yet, no one seems to have noticed you. I think. Actually, that's close enough that I have to look at it. Let me give me a minute. Oh. Never mind. No, you are noticed. Passive perception of these individuals is extremely high, it would seem, as you step behind a tree. The light in this area, the maelstrom shining in the sky, plus just the ambient light in the Guardian itself reflects off of your armor, and you see this individual, this enormous woman, look towards you and brandish her sword and bring it forward into a close grip as she begins to charge.
As soon as they acknowledge that, I immediately fire off synaptic static.
Well, I would love to allow you the opportunity to cast a spell before combat has begun, but I have never allowed that, and I'm not going to start now, so we have to roll initiative.
Well, all right then.
If I did that for you, I would have to do it for the enemies as well, and I promise you don't want that.
No, that's fair. That's fair. So the lady with the giant sword makes me rethink my choices. All right. Oh, pox on you. All right, that's fine.
Indeed. God, I've rolled well on initiative for both of the groups of enemies.
Oh, good for you.
Oh, that's good. Good for you.
Dawn, I would like for you to roll initiative as well.
You muted, my love.
I said, oh, okay. 8.
Okay.
Wow.
I see Dawn, I see Dusk. What did you roll, Jack?
Oh, yeah, 9.
9. And
absolutely killing it over here.
Wynn.
14.
Did I say
14. All right, I believe that is all that needs to be done. And we will begin. So, The Accursed Guard go first. Both the guard next to Dorian bring out their arms and weapons manifest in their hands as they summon their hack blades. As they do, you see each one of them grip their fists tightly over their chest and seem to rip something out of themselves. As they do, they seem to split in two or in three actually, as additional forms appear on either side of them, as without components, they simply will themselves to manifest the spell Mirror Image. That is their action, and then they begin to move forward. This one coming to there, this one coming to there. As this happens, two Accursed Guard that you were not aware of suddenly appear. One here, and one here. The one to the right, marked, designated by the red dot here, begins to cast a spell. And while you cannot hear them, it is clear that that is what they are doing, and it would seem that they are not within the silence bubble. As Cursed Guard is going to cast Hold Person. Because they are a warlock, they must cast it at 5th level, which means it's going to affect 4 people.
I'm assuming I'm
gonna
not
go with,
there yet, technically.
You're correct. You assume correctly. I'm going to just go ahead and take you away now. Wynn, Dusk. Oh, and Niall's not there either, is he? Just woofed. All right, Niall's away too. So it's going to be Wynn, Dusk, and Jack. I need
Why is
wisdom
Niall there?
saves.
Wait, Niall. Why is Niall not there?
Niall left
He
the room.
never showed up.
He just whooped
He was
at
invisible.
you.
You never found
joined
him. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we're fucked.
Jack's like, I'd have done things differently.
That feels like information I would have noticed. But all right.
Anyway, I need a wisdom
Oh
saving
my
throw
God.
from Wynn, Dusk, and Jack.
At advantage,
Can
right?
I counterspell?
I believe counterspell requires a verbal component.
And because of the crystal splinter, I cannot be silenced by magical means.
Yes, do you have to activate it?
It is activated. It is on. I am attuned to it. This choker is fashioned and hanging from it. While attuned, the wearer gains the following properties. You cannot be silenced by magical means.
Very
You
good.
better work.
Well, what level do you cast counterspell?
Let's see here. So,
Knew this item would come in handy.
yeah, right. Oh, like I've been sitting on this thing being like, I'm sure it'll be fine, you know. That is,
Go for it. Just do it.
yeah, 5th level.
You cast it at 5th level. Well, the Accursed Guard has no choice but to counterspell that, as well as he will use another spell slot to spell the counterspell.
Well, at
Okay.
least we're using
So
our
that is-
spell slots.
Wisdom saving throws.
2
Oh,
spell
at least
slots
there's
gone.
that.
Wisdom saves from Wynn, Dusk, and Jack. Jack, as you cast the spell in the silence, the crystal splinter around your neck begins to glow, and there's a steady sort of as you feel this beat begin to vibrate through you as the music must be heard.
Oh my.
So what do we got for our wisdom
Alright.
saves?
22.
16 for Yak.
Yuck, that is
23.
a failure.
You guys.
23.
Oh, nobody's standing close enough to win.
23 is a success.
22.
And
Wait. Oh,
and
what's your
22
aura, Wynn?
5 feet.
Or is 5, but it's 10 feet, and nobody's within 10 feet.
10 feet.
of-
And I'm not
yeah.
far. Not close enough. Okay.
So the only one
Alright.
who's failed is Jack.
Ah.
Balls.
All right. So, Jack, you have failed as you feel your body freeze, almost as if the air has solidified around you, and you are held as that accursed guard is concentrating on hold person. You are paralyzed, and since you are clearly under the effects of this paralysis, accursed guard, the other side here, yellow, brings his sword together and begins to power up a greater eldritch blast, which he's going to fire at you at advantage.
Shit. Those are so bad.
Yeah.
And let's see here.
Wait, hang on. I wish to... If I could try to burn a luck point, Sean, to see if I could get a potential save on that wisdom throw.
All right, I will allow
far
it.
Worse. All right. So it's just another... I mean, it's literally just a D20 roll.
God
Yeah,
damn it.
it's worse. It's 14. All
right.
right. Well, hey. Live and let die.
Live and let die. So that is going to be a 26 to hit you.
Yeah, damn it. Can't even...
26 to hit you, and since you are paralyzed, it counts as a critical hit, which is going to be 20 D10 points of force damage.
Love that. Love that for everybody involved.
You're just
I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
insane.
You guys
No,
are
we remember
insane.
this from the last.
This is
All
how
right.
Niall died last time, basically.
Yeah.
It's
I think this is how we all
Not
died last
ideal.
time.
a
but
lot
yeah.
of damage. It's 73 points of force damage.
Oh, yeah, that's, you know,
That's really
What are you
low,
gonna-
actually, for what it could
It's
have
a
been.
mosquito
You're still
bite.
up.
yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, he has got 80 hit points.
I am.
So this blast
94. 94.
Who's counting?
comes across, it seems to tear a line in reality itself as a comet hits you square in the chest, Jack. You don't go flying, it simply passes in and around you. You feel as if every joint in your body has been pulled, as you've nearly been completely ripped apart by the force of this blast. But you still stand at how many hit points?
21?
21 hit points. Alrighty.
I don't think his hit points are updated
yeah.
on his
You're correct.
totals.
What is-
94, he said.
What is your total?
Yeah, 94 is my new total.
Okay. Yep. That is the Accursed Guard done. And that's going to bring us then to Gaffna the Painted. Gaffna the Painted looks at you, Wynn, and she is going to use a mighty leap as she jumps into the air 60 feet and lands next to you, between you and Dusk. As she does, when she lands, a shockwave erupts from where she's fallen as the runes on her body glow and fire out in concentric rings. And I need every creature on the ground here. I'm going to say that Jack is not on the ground, because when is he on the ground?
I'm
I
also
need a
not on the ground.
dexterity saving throw from Wynn and Dusk. Dusk, you're flying?
Yeah, that's why I invoked my wings.
Oh. How high
Yeah.
are you guys up?
I mean,
Remember she ripped the brimstone?
Yeah.
however tall the doors would have been.
There are no doors. You're outside.
Oh, we're outside, then I would say like 15 feet in the air.
All right, so 15 feet. And then how high up in the air are you, Jack?
That would have been the same.
So 15 feet for you as well?
No, 10 feet for me.
10 feet, okay.
I usually fly just above Wynn's head, so.
And there we go. 10 feet up in the air for Jack. All right, but what did you roll on your dexterity save, Wynn?
25.
25 is a success, so you will take half of... let's see here. 35 points of thunder damage.
Half of that, or is that the half?
Yeah, half of that.
Okay.
You take half the damage. However, you are still knocked prone by the mighty leap.
All right. So
But that is Gaffna's action. I think. Yep, that's what she does. That's going to bring us then to Wynn.
I am going to hit her over and over and over.
Okay, make sure you keep your voice faced at the mic if you can.
Sorry.
We're losing you there.
I'm going to hit her over and over and over with my Nixian Greatsword. So the first one.
Okay.
Wow. 15 to hit, which I imagine does not.
15 does not get past her armor class.
All right.
She's actually not wearing armor. She's just able to knock it away with the sword.
So in my stumbling to get back up, I swing wide, and then I just keep the blade going in a helicopter motion sort of over my head, and I hit again with 29 to hit.
29 will hit. Gaffna is going to use a reaction. My sword is my shield. She will take... Well, tell me how much damage you do.
Well, first, that's a 14, but I'm going to cast a 3rd level smite.
All right. So...
Help me out with that. Because she's not undead, so that's just 48.
She does not appear...
She is
reacting as an undead would, not in the same way that the arcane guard would be. So she doesn't seem to be of the same ilk. Something else.
All right. So
not undead.
So that would, with a 3rd level smite, that's 48, right?
Correct.
Oh,
dear.
no.
Oh my god, are you freaking kidding me?
There are so many
and a 5.
ones.
That's
3
disgusting.
1s and a 5. So what
3
was the
1s
damage?
and a 5.
What was the damage on the
Total's 22.
the blade? 22 damage.
total.
All right. So
That's a
Gaffna, the
waste of
Tainted, is
third
going to
level
use her
smite.
reaction to have that damage, and
good, because
as a
it's
part
so
of that defense, she also gets to make a counterattack
Even if
as
my
her sword
turn
comes
isn't
down
done.
on you. Even though, yes, this is her reaction. She hits AC 23.
It's
All right, it's going to be 20 points of slashing damage. As you do damage to her, also, you see some of her runes begin to glow.
Thanks, I hate it.
good
Next,
for her.
in your final attack there, Wynn?
So actually, I'm going to action surge because I used my attack.
Okay.
So here I go.
Don't you have
Just
3
wait.
attacks?
3? I don't think so. I never.
No.
Oh,
Am I wrong? At
At-
this level?
at 4.
We're at 13.
Yeah.
13?
13th
but-
level. Okay, sorry.
But I'm a Paladin 11 fighter 2.
Oh, okay, got it. Yep, you're good. 2 attacks.
Okay.
Alright. Oh my god, rolling for garbage! 16 to hit.
16 is a miss.
And
Well, this has been a
a
fun game. We miss you all.
Yeah.
20
Hey,
And
all right,
severed
26,
threads.
26 to hit.
26 is a hit.
Alright. so
More
let's try-
of her runes glow.
So that's 13 damage, and then I'm gonna smite at the 3rd level again.
Okay, so 13 plus.
I have, yes. 13 plus 14.
It's 27.
So 27.
27.
All he can do to help is math.
Which is
You're doing
amazing.
so good.
That is
All
such
right.
a disappointing way to use my smites and my second win and everything.
All right, that's going to bring us to Niall.
So,
Has not been present.
no. And I imagine all the Accursed Guard their attentions are turned to the rest of my party, correct?
You may use your turn to make a perception check.
No, absolutely not.
Shame
I'm not
on
an
you, sir.
idiot.
You know, hypothetically speaking, Sean, if somebody were to try to put manacles on somebody, what kind of roll would I need to do for that?
Oh, I'm not going to allow you to simply manifest next to Dorian, if that is what you're thinking is going to happen.
Yes.
Then you cannot. You are going to begin your turn outside of the silence, and you need to get to him in some way.
I came into the room invisible, and based on where I began, I would use my move and my movement and my bonus action to dash. And 60 feet could put me near Dorian if the stealth roll that I DM'd you at 31 is enough to sneak past everybody invisibly.
31 is pretty good. However, as you move through, you watch as Gaffna suddenly turns and looks, as it would appear that she can see you despite being invisible.
Oh.
However, all she's able to see is shapes and movement, as her passive perception is not high enough to get past your 31.
That does leave me with my action, and being next to Dorian now, what would I need to roll to attempt to put manacles on him?
Let's see here. I think I might actually have stats for that with these particular magic items. I'm going to put them on the screen here. These are... missing.
Oh, it turns out that
You've
Majin
gone magic
Vaughn are using
items.
both.
Here we go. Taming irons. These simple iron shackles are covered with etched runes. They were forged to mute the magic of powerful spellcasters. As an action, a creature holding the shackles can place them on a medium or smaller creature that is restrained or incapacitated. When the shackles are placed in this manner, the affected creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw. On a failure, the creature cannot cast spells for 1 hour. On a success, it rolls a 1d4 plus 1 and may cast that many spells before it becomes unable to cast spells for an hour. The saving throw and the associated events occur every hour until the shackles are removed.
So he is not restrained or capacitated.
Correct.
In that case, what I'm going to do, since he is weakened, is I am going to attack him with a non-lethal attack.
Very well.
With my Nixian blade. And I'm going to cast Booming Blade and attack with my, which is not a verbal. It's the one thing that I have that is not verbal. All right. And I will attack with my, I guess it would be the hilt of my blade.
As you appear, as you cast this spell, you are revealed, and Gaffna and the Accursed Guard all begin to shout to try to warn Dorian, but Dorian is still sitting placidly, watching the passing water, calmly, in the midst of this silence, and is not aware of this attack.
And it's from invisible, so it would be at advantage. Is that correct?
It would be, yep. Indeed.
All right.
What?
Does
Yes.
a 30 hit?
A 30 does indeed hit as you make contact with him.
That
Dorian...
is... Oh,
Go ahead.
yeah. No, that
Dorian
is,
suddenly stirs and looks at you in surprise as looks down and sees the damage that he's just taken.
39.
So 39, you can do non-lethal attacks with your weapon, but you cannot do non-lethal attacks with the Booming Blade. So any damage that is done as a result of a spell must be lethal.
Okay, in that case, then I wouldn't do that. I would just do the straight 39.
All right, so then what did you roll?
39.
This is 39 points of damage. That's
39
without
points of
Booming
damage.
Blade.
All right. Okay.
And with do I still get the bonus D8 from my Nixian blade?
Yep. Actually, one moment, please. I have to make
Go
sure of
smack the
something
bitch.
there.
Of course.
You do not get the extra D8.
Then just 39.
Alrighty.
Is that enough to knock him out?
It is not.
Cool. That's my turn. And
Alrighty.
I don't know where my token went, but oh, there he is. I'll drag him over.
Very well. That is going to bring us to Dawn. No. Jack, excuse me.
Who is
Still held?
paralyzed and can only make a saving throw?
That's right. At the end of your turn, a wisdom saving throw.
All right, then. I will burn my luck point. Well,
You can roll first if you want.
yeah, right? And I will roll again.
Alrighty.
Nope.
Continue to be
All right.
paralyzed.
Well, hey, it was great playing with everybody.
All right, that is going to bring us now to Dawn.
Okay.
What you up to?
Oh,
Dawn, a impossibly long time has passed. You have allowed yourself to wander completely into the endless realm of possible delights and bliss that are afforded you both by the presence of Majin and your presence in their realm, which is essentially themselves. There has been some tumult, but things are quieter now. Colors have softened, your breaths are easing. Sky is dimming from impossible brilliance into more hushed tones of pale blue. Majin is around you, in you, on you, under you. But now they unwind from you like drifting smoke. Like the tide retreating away from your ankles. Their voice finds you soft and low, dozens of harmonics hovering beneath the surface. Do not mourn the ending. Every dream must release what it holds, or it becomes a cage. The form of Majin flickers, the horns shorten, the shoulders narrow, their silhouette shifts, almost as if they're trying to decide what version of themselves they want you to remember this moment by. Eventually they settle on something calm and elegant, but also insouciant and somewhat rakish, as you see them sitting on a rock or a stump that is manifested with a porcelain mask half covering their face, with a small smile on their lips, wistful and knowing.
an ending doesn't make the story that led to it less beautiful. It makes it more so. That's the point I was trying to make.
I look forward to more stories, Dawn.
Me too.
You gave me a moment of truth tonight. As they reach out and again touch your chin with a gesture that's so incredibly light, it's almost an imagined feeling. Not many mortals, or immortals for that matter, offer themselves that fully and without armor. Before you go, I want you to remember this. I still don't know if I understand what love is. But I liked you. I liked who you were when you're here. And I look forward to seeing more of her when you're not. And keep finding truth wherever you can.
I like the me here as well, but I really enjoyed the you here as well too. A little less show, or I guess a different kind of show.
Variety is the spice of everything. I'm far from done with you. The next time I find you irresistibly interesting, I will bring you back. It will be very long.
I look.
The world begins to brighten sharply. Wind rushes past your ears. The last thing you see is Majin taking this porcelain mask and bringing it fully over their face, hiding what you saw. The real, perhaps, being behind the facade as it slips into place once again. And they speak almost to themselves. Yes, I think I will remember her. And you find yourself appearing in the midst of battle in the still garden, wearing absolutely nothing.
Wait, what's your armor class with no
Bad.
armor?
It's bad. It's real bad. Okay, hold on. I have none of my stuff. The interlector's gone and everything.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All you have is your powers.
But I don't really have those because I don't have my amulet. Right?
Oh,
Or do I
you
keep
said
my
they're
soul?
naked
Or do I
with the
keep my
amulet.
soul touch things?
Yeah, you keep your soul touch things, and
The
Majin,
the crown. I feel like that's his.
Yeah.
you still think, actually.
so what-
You know what? As you appear, the amulet that you wore is missing, but you look down and you see that there is an actual tattoo of the amulet that is around your neck and on your sternum, as it appears that Majin has made it a permanent part of you.
Okay, so that's the only thing I have then is my amulet, essentially.
Yes.
Okay. I say shit. Nobody
Nice
hears
shit.
it because I'm in a silence spell,
Oh, yeah.
butt naked,
Yeah.
next to my sister.
This is a nightmare. This is the
is
bad dream
literally
that we
the-
all had as kids.
Yeah. Oh my
In
god.
high
I
school.
was expecting to come back shocked. I wasn't expecting to come back naked. Okay.
Not only are you naked, but we're doing a completely different show than the one you prepared.
Yeah.
Didn't you get the email?
It's a history test.
And there's a history test.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to do the only thing I can do, because every single one of my spells is verbal, and I'm going to cast, in this moment, I'm feeling it so in my soul, Wave of Regret.
Oh, no.
As I think about where I was, and I make everybody, and I send out this wave within 30 feet of me, I guess it's all it is, of like that dreamlike feeling. So I think I can get the two accursed guards in the middle and Gaffna. As everybody kind of starts feeling that feeling of being naked in a dream in front of a group of people.
Okay.
They have to roll saving throws. Charisma saving throws.
Okay. Gaffna the Pated rolls a 28. Good lord. The Accursed Guard, Blue. What does Blue mean? He has Deadly Insight. Okay, so it's just a regular charisma save for him. Will be a 23.
Okay.
And Green is Unfathomable Essence, which is also going to just mean he has a regular charisma save. Natural 20. So 28, 23, and 29.
Okay, so they all take 10 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And the other effect doesn't happen because they succeeded.
Alrighty.
Because my bonus actions all require verbal components. I don't have a weapon. I am.
Jack looks very hurt.
I can't cast the healing spell.
I know, just letting you know.
I can cast.
Wow.
I can.
Wow, DM.
Sorry, it's important. It's important information.
Have cast.
No, it's good.
Okay.
It's good.
Hey, that thing you can normally do, you can't do it, and he's dying.
I've cast
Bring
silence.
your microphone a little closer
so
to your
I'm-
face, Samus.
I've
Okay.
cast silence, so I am aware that it has a radius. So I'm just
Mhm.
going to try to get out
Okay.
30 feet.
You move 5 feet, and you can hear again.
Okay, from this point, I'm going to attempt to cast Healing Word
All right.
as a bonus
on
action
Jack, I
on
assume.
Jack as a
Alrighty.
third level
Okay.
for 11 points of healing.
Jack, you're actually able to say thank you. No, wait, no, you're not, because you're sorry. Yeah, you can't say anything.
Help.
Yeah. So I'm paralyzed because I'll just go.
But no one can hear.
The beat from the crystal shard splinter. What is it? Not crystal splinter. Seems to match as you. As it is attempting to put a beat behind whatever noise you're able to make.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Sounded a lot like the aliens from Mars Attacks.
It did. It really did.
Yeah. Exactly.
Alrighty. That's gonna bring us to.
Such elocution.
All right, brings us to Dusk.
Okay, so is the Accursed Guard that shot Jack with all of the Eldritch Blasts the same one that cast Hold Person?
No, two separate ones.
Okay, so the red one is the one that has Hold Person.
Correct.
Okay. I am going to... Actually, I don't need to move. I am going to use Aspect of Life. And as an action, you unleash a wave of healing energy at a creature you can see within 30 feet and expand your divine dice. The target regains a number of hit points equal to the amount rolled.
All right,
And
go for it.
what is our proficiency bonus right now? This level.
Somebody quickly look that up for me.
5?
Okay.
Okay. So I can roll up to 5. So I'm going to roll 4 for our dear Jacques. Oh, and
Well, you're not worthy of the fifth one.
I mean,
You don't have that many.
I take it. That's all right.
I'm just teasing.
4d8. That's not good. 16.
All right.
So you regain 16. And then
Nice.
because I have Aspect of Destruction, second tier, I can use my Divine Wrath as a bonus action. So I'm going to do Divine Wrath at the red guy, and so I am going to roll. So that's 3d8, and I can roll up to 5 additional ones, so I can roll 8. And I want him to die, so I'll do all 8.
That's fair.
Okay, so he took
that's fair.
34 damage right now, and then on when you're at the end of the target's next turn, he's gonna take half of the damage again.
Got it.
He's gonna take
So that was on
17
which one?
is half.
red.
Red.
On red. So total
So he has to do
of
a concentration.
Right, so 34, what you said he took just now?
Right now, yes.
34 points of damage, so he needs to roll a 17 or higher on his Constitution saving throw.
Fingers crossed.
He rolls a 17. He holds his concentration.
Oh,
Sorry.
wait,
Dice.
isn't it? Because concentration is.
It's either 10 or half the damage dealt, whichever is greater.
Got it.
So,
Got it.
And I'd rolled a 17. So he is maintaining concentration on old person. That's Dusk's turn.
Okay.
All right.
And then, okay.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I can't
And
do a
just
reaction
double
on
checking,
my own turn,
none
right?
of that required any verbal component.
None of it says that it just says
Perfect.
as an action.
Very good.
Or
Excellent.
as a bonus action, yeah.
So Dorian
Nice.
turns towards you, Niall, looks down, looms over you. He's an enormous man. He raises a hand almost gently as you feel a grip begin to tighten around you. I need you to roll a strength saving throw, please.
Strength saving throw.
Mhm.
Oh, that's precious. That's going to be a 13.
Probably not.
You feel your arms move to the side and your legs as well as you are lifted up into the air as a telekinetic grip closes in and around you and picks you up into the air 30 feet
Okay.
and holds you there as
Okay.
it begins to squeeze.
Tape that for me.
And you are going to take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as Dorian stands where he was, looking up at you with almost a curious expression. And you are restrained while you are in his grip.
Are we gonna get another romance scene?
Oh God.
If we're lucky. All right, that is the end
Not
of
Niall's Skype.
that. The Accursed Guard. The two Accursed Guard who are tasked with Dorian's protection come running forward, but they're not going to be able to do anything about you being up in the air, Niall, as their Eldritch Blasts do require a verbal component, and their Pact Blades do not have the reach to get you while you're 30 feet up in the air. So they come reaching that area and are going to hold their actions, getting ready to attack you should you come into range. Red is going to... Actually, yellow is going to go. Yellow is going to cast Chill Touch on Jack as it comes running forward. Is going to attempt to cast it. It is at advantage.
That's so mean.
Yeah, it is. Although I did not roll all that well. A 16?
Is that your AC?
Do I get my reaction back?
Has
Or no,
the spell has not ended. You're still held, right?
Yeah, you're held.
I'm still yeah. So 16 is my AC.
Well, in that case, it does hit. You only take 4 points of necrotic
does.
damage, but horribly, you are unable to regain hit points between now and the end of your next turn.
Of course.
The end of
Charming.
Jack's next turn?
Charming.
End of the Accursed Guard's next turn. That is going to bring us to the other Accursed Guard. That is going to... He's going to charge up his...
Does he take that?
Say again?
Does he take his damage?
This would
Now
be yellow.
or at the end of
Yellow
his
would
turn?
do it. All right, and yes, and so that... Okay, interesting. So all this happens at once. So before you take that Chill Touch, we will go with the Accursed Guard, Red Accursed Guard, because his turn begins, and he does take 17 points of acid damage, right?
It's at the end of the target's next turn.
End of the target's
At the end
next
of the
turn.
turn,
Okay. Well, in that case,
All right. Well,
he is going to
then it
observe
stands.
that you have been hit by Chill Touch, and he is going to use his turn to make, let's see, 2 Eldritch Blast attacks at you.
Oh, no.
At advantage. A 14 will miss.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a... That can't
Add
be
on it?
right.
In the good way or the bad way?
Probably in the against us way.
Like in the I'm dead or the...
Okay, no. That was incorrect. So the first one still would have missed, but the second one does definitely hit. The math did not populate correctly. Now it is correct, and it does hit with a dirty 20. So because you are paralyzed, it counts as an automatic crit.
There's no way you can
crit.
survive.
Got 44
So
hit
that's going to
points.
be total of... It's not great. It's... I mean, another...
Apparently I put death ward on the wrong people.
Right?
It's 30 points of damage.
Oh, he's up.
Okay.
Wow.
You're still
Can't-
good. Oh my
We
god.
We can't heal him at all, but we can't
I
heal
can't-
him, and he's still
yeah.
held.
And that is going to bring us to Gaffna the Painted, who is going to move...
Yes, but if you...
Oh,
if
yes,
we
sorry.
break
Did
the
Red
whole
die?
It's
person...
important.
Yeah, sorry.
So 17 and another con save. It needs to be a 10 or higher. It is a 10 or higher. It is a 22, so holding on to hold person.
Well, that...
Gaffna moves into this area.
How does he look?
How does
ugly.
Jack look?
No. I'm sorry. How does Red look?
How does red?
It's got some fight left in him. Plenty.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, these guys are hard.
Yeah. These are the ones that keep killing me.
So let's see here. So she is going to attack Wynn. She will make one attack with... Actually, she's going to use... She's going to use a cleave attack to try and hit both Dusk and Wynn.
How tall is she?
Actually, her range is 10 feet, so actually she can hit Jack as well. So she is going to make an attempt to hit each of you. So first on Wynn, a 25 to hit you, Wynn.
Yes.
That's going to be 25 points of slashing damage. On Dusk is going to be a 26.
That hits.
At 18 points of slashing, and then at advantage on Jack will be a 31.
Oh, he's
And this will bring you down, I think, as that's going to be a total of 25 points of slashing on that.
And Jack fades.
Does Jack have Death Ward on him?
Nope, only Wynn and Dusk, because those are the two who keep
No.
dying.
All right. Jack bursts into ash and disappears.
Oh, I'm so mad.
That is Gaffna the Painted's first attack, and now she is going to make her second attack at Wynn,
So many TPKs.
which I think will miss with a 16, and then her third attack will be an 18.
Does not hit.
8. So your shield is then being knocked aside by the mighty blows of this weapon, but it finally manages to interpose itself between you and Jack as you watch your longtime companion turned to ash. That is Gaffna's turn. Brings us to Wynn.
Okay, if I wanted to use my divine intervention, I could ask anything.
Anything?
Is that right?
Oh,
I guess we'll see.
Wynn, I feel like we're all gonna die anyway, so Wynn taps into the god that she has her glowing eyes from and says, take everyone away from here. Take all of our opponents away from here except Dorian.
I will allow you to roll this if you will remind the people which god it is that is imbuing you.
Wish, the god of wish, which
Very well.
whose name is I am.
Roll a D100 if you truly wish to use your divine intervention in this
We're
moment.
just doing it, guys. 24.
Oh,
That was so low
it
too.
was low,
Solo.
but not low enough.
low enough.
So close, babe.
Alright, I tried.
All right.
And that's all I can do.
Brings us to Niall.
I haven't been raised outside of the silence by any chance, have I?
You have not, unfortunately. 30 feet is not enough.
Okay. I can't do anything. There is all of my spells, even my death domain spells, are all verbal. The only thing that I can think to do is because I can't use acrobatics to break out of this. It's still a strength save.
He is concentrating on it. While he's concentrating on it, you are stuck in it.
Can you?
Yeah, and my strength is at -1, so it would be a waste of a turn to try to strength save out of there. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to let go of my sword, which is still in my hand, and I'm going to try to drop it on Dorian.
All right.
Love it.
I don't know what kind of attack that is. I don't know what.
So it's improvised weapon attack.
Yeah.
So this could be at disadvantage because you're restrained. So essentially just roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier.
Okay. Did I do that twice? Nope, I didn't do it once. Let's try that again. 1, 2.
Well, the first one
is
yeah,
14.
A 14.
Yeah.
So the sword falls at Dorian's feet and he looks down at it. Looks up at you. Sort of makes eye contact with you. What are you thinking in this moment?
I'm thinking I did the best that I could, and I'm scared for my friends.
He maintains eye contact with you intensely. There's an almost lupine-like quality in his eyes as he looks at you. Eyes sort of flash and scintillate with power. That is Niall's turn. Jack, you find yourself hurtling through darkness tinged with red as you realize you are making your journey back to the mortal world. And we will deal with that as we must, whenever we can. Dawn!
Yeah. I'm naked. I can't get close because I'm super easy to hit. As you know, I have no armor or shield on anymore. I am going to, and I don't have somebody to. I guess I do have people to heal, but
Yeah, Wynn.
I could use some healing.
okay. Sorry, your HP isn't updating. Can this accursed?
Yeah, you haven't updated it, your HP.
Can this accursed guard see me? Like, how much of the tree
Yes.
is blocking?
No, everyone can see
Okay.
everyone.
Yeah, that was kind of my concern. I am going to cast at Wynn a healing word because I have to stay out of the range.
Okay.
I guess I'm going to attempt to do it at 4th level is what I'm going to go for. Oh, that was for 19 points of healing.
Nice.
And that was my bonus action. And then as my action, I will I'm gonna Sacred Flame Gaffna, the painted. So it's
Okay.
a dex of 18. As like I cast, you see like radiant pinkish light surround Wynn, and then just like whip around Gaffna as it attempts to injure her.
She rolls a 17.
Oh, okay. My dex is 18, so she takes 18 points of radiant damage.
18 points of radiant damage. You see more of the runes on her body begin to glow.
Don't like that.
Oh,
That's got to be bad for us, right, you guys? Like,
Yeah.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go with that. Okay. Okay, anything else, Dawn?
no, that's my whole turn.
Alright, brings us to Dusk.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Spells cast through the Staff of Dread. Do I need to have components such as verbal, whatever?
You do not need material components, but you do still need to cast the spell somehow with the verbal.
Okay, damn, okay. Then I am going, well, I mean, that is proofed. So I am going to take out my rage on Gaffna. So I'm going to roll 25 to hit her.
Okay.
And I am going to do 24 damage.
Okay. She is going to use my sword as my shield.
Okay, and then she's going
She is going to take half of that, so that's going to be 12.
So,
And
is
then-
the half of the damage that she's going to take at the end of her next turn half of the half that she just took, or half of the damage that I
Yes, half
was
of the half.
expected? Half. Okay, so she's gonna take
And then
6.
she's going to, sorry, as a part of her action, she can also make an attack against Wynn. 19 to hit you, Wynn.
does not hit.
Does not hit. Deflected.
Okay. And then I am going to do the same thing again.
Okay.
22.
22 is a hit.
Okay. Oops. Whoa.
Eight.
I love it. I love it.
Million
Million.
points of damage.
Million points of damage.
Perfect.
32.
32. Alrighty.
And half of it is 16.
Okay. That is Dusk's incredible turn. She is just dealing out the power that she
I'm
has
gonna move
amassed.
here.
Is insane.
Yeah, Dusk is no joke.
All right, that is going to bring us to Dorian. Dorian continues to look up at you, Niall, and his eyes are almost searching for something. You can't quite make out what it is. He's just maintaining eye contact with you. You don't see any anger or malice or anything. He's just maintaining eye contact with you. He wants something, maybe, as the
A smooch.
telekinetic power around you continues to squeeze, almost as if he doesn't even realize it's happening.
How
You
much
take another
damage?
10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Hurt, Jeff.
That brings us to the Accursed Guard. The Accursed Guard. The one that is seeing all this damage being done by Dusk is going, this is red, is going to begin to charge up his greater Eldritch Blast, pointing it right at Dusk. As it fires out, it is going to hit AC 4.
I don't like how long he's thinking
No,
about
it is
this.
going to hit AC 23.
Yeah, hits.
All right. $56 points of force damage.
What the fuck?
I agree. Can we go back to what was happening before?
Can we all go to Majin's world? Have a moment?
So chill.
Gaffna is going to attack Wynn. She is going to make her first attack. Shield Splitter. A 17 will miss. We said an 18 misses, right?
Correct.
Your shield, king, bang, is just moving and flying around, blocking each one of these massive blows. You can feel the air whistling as the blade comes within inches of your face. You cannot hear it. The final attack will be a 27, which will hit.
Yes.
She is going to activate Spiteful Warrior. She currently has 4 spite dice. She is going to add all of them to the damage of this attack. As she spends all of the damage that she's accumulated, her runes begin to move and glow with power as power rises up from her body, moves down her arms, and the sword begins to glow as she does a total of... all right. 32 points of slashing damage with that hit.
Does that count as a spell?
It does
attack,
not.
Sean? Okay.
That is Gaffna the Fated turn. Brings us to Wynn. Wynn, what are your current hit points?
37, and I keep trying to update them, and it just
Right,
lets
I
me
gotcha.
update it, and then it won't do anything.
That doesn't
I
tie
got
between the two systems anymore.
Yep.
Okay. I'm just gonna hit her.
All right.
So that is a 26 to hit.
26 to hit will definitely hit.
All right. So
Tessa, if you
what?
Do I give her flanking, right?
Oh, at the end of her turn, she takes some damage from you, right, Dusk?
Yes, 22.
Okay.
So I got 13 damage plus a second level smite.
Okay.
So 24 total damage for that one.
24 total damage. She will use her reaction. As she...
Cry.
she is going to have that damage. So it's how much was it?
It was 27.
27.
Didn't she already use her reaction on Dusk?
She had her turn.
Attack?
She had her turn.
Oh, sorry.
So it becomes 13 points of damage, and she's going to make an attack as a part of that. And just because,
Oh my god.
I think she's going to use it to attack Dusk, who has been doing all this damage to her. Alrighty. This is a reaction.
Attack the naked one. She's just, there.
Frolicking.
Rude.
But funny.
She hits AC 21 against you,
That is-
Dusk, doing 21 points of slashing damage.
That's exactly how much health I had.
Except.
Oh my
no,
God.
she has Death Ward.
Death ward.
She has
Death Ward.
All right, so
So I remain with 1, right?
you feel your body begin to turn to ash as all of a sudden the power of Dawn's faith and spell draws you back, and you continue to float in the air, your wings beating, not turn to ash yet. So that was her reaction against you, Wynn. You have other attacks.
Yep, I got one more. One more.
I'm
God.
so stressed.
28 to hit.
28 hits.
17 plus a smite of 20, so
Ooh.
37 damage.
37. She is starting to look pretty hurt.
Question.
Yeah, she sucks.
There's
and
actually a grin on her face as she appreciates the prowess with which you are fighting.
She's flirting with you. Just hit
question.
on her. Get her on our side.
Question, yes.
Can I have a reaction, or did me dying kind of negate that?
No, you do have a
You
reaction.
don't die.
Okay.
You go to 1 hit point instead of 0. You never go
Okay.
unconscious.
Then I would like to do Miracle Worker, which is as a reaction when a friendly creature within 60 feet you can see deals damage or causes creature to regain hit points. You can expand and roll your divine dice and add the amount rolled to the damage dealt or hit points gained. So I'm gonna roll 5d8s
Okay.
to add damage.
You
to
keeping
it.
track of how many of these divine dice you have?
Yes, I have 15 left.
Okay.
She's got so many divine dice.
I know.
I'm
Great.
so divine, guys.
She's really good in the
Way
fight.
powerful.
Oh, she
26.
is the epitome of a glass
26.
cannon.
Nice
It is.
roll.
All right.
This doesn't do the acid stuff. This is just a separate.
Got it. That is Wynn's turn, I believe, correct?
Yes, it is.
All right, brings us to Niall.
Did you want to do your bonus action?
I don't
Tess?
have a bonus action I can use. right now.
You can second wind or Misty
You
Step.
can't Misty Step.
Can't
she's
Misty
in
Step
silence.
because of...
Can't Misty Step,
because
but
it's
you're
a
right. I
verbal.
could second win. I forgot about second win. Yes, I will do that. And I have not done that in such a long time. I don't remember where it is.
It's a D10 plus 2.
Thank you, Rye.
Hey, I'm dead, but I'm still trying to keep
you.
everybody alive.
9 hit points.
We love
back,
you.
yo.
9 points
A
back.
voice
All
from
right.
the beyond.
Jack,
You could
what
update me to
passes
44.
through? What passes through your soul's mind as you begin to manifest back in the material plane?
Oh, God, I hope I'm not an undead again.
You're
That brings
gonna
us
be-
to Dawn.
So sticky.
I
You skipped me, my friend.
I apologize. I did. Brings us to Niall.
Not that I can do much. I have been staring at Dorian and kind of taken with this odd expression that he has as he looks at me intently. If I wanted to see if I could discern what it is he wants from me, what is that, an insight check?
It is, or you can just follow your gut.
Ask him.
Hey, shut up.
Yeah, I mean that might be the I'll just look at him and say, "What are you searching for?" That's my turn. Unless I can also insight add.
Sure, I'll add an insight check. Go for it.
My +0 insight. 17.
Ooh.
17. You hear in your mind, rest.
I can make that happen for you. Please call them off.
Make a persuasion roll, please. Niall.
14.
I'm afraid a 14 is not enough.
Understood.
As we will continue this combat, bringing us to Jack, who is gone, now bringing us to Dawn.
It's my turn. Okay.
Mhm.
I am going to see my sister at 1 hit point, and not like that. And I am going to just reach out a hand to her. She'll feel her heart quicken as I cast Heal at 7th level. So you regain 80 hit points.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I don't have a bonus action that I can use because I cast a really big spell, so I'm just gonna chill here.
All right. Brings us to Dusk.
Okay.
Take
I
her
am-
down.
going to... I mean, the thing that I'm going to do is probably going to take more than one turn around, but I need to do something. So I'm going to nurture the spark of godhood within me, and it will sound like crystal or glass cracking, except reverse. So it sounds like glass or crystal coming together into being.
Or it would.
As it soundlessly emits from me this golden glow. I'm already in the air, so I don't float, but everything around me kind of almost like gains weightlessness around me. So that is my action. And then as a bonus action, I am going to again do Divine Wrath, but I'm going to do not as many because I'm trying to do something here. So I'm going to roll 4d8, which is going to be 16.
Okay.
And then she's going to take half of that on her at the end of her next turn.
All right, 16 points of damage. Got it. Anything else, Dusk?
That was my action.
All right.
Bonus action. I'm not moving.
All right. Dorian continues to look up at you, Niall. His expression hardens as you take another 12 points of bludgeoning damage as the pressure increases and closes around you as you feel the air being pushed from your lungs. He continues to stare at you. That is going to bring us to the Accursed Guard. Accursed Guard Yellow is going to finally figure out that Dawn is keeping everybody alive and turns towards you, is going to cast Hex upon you. It is yellow. Right. And let's see here. Steps forward and begins to slash at you with his packed blade.
At disadvantage because he's distracted by my titties?
I mean...
Come on. I mean, if you're gonna...
If he weren't undead, perhaps.
Had to give it a shot. You made me naked and I had to do what I could.
Let me get a performance check.
Alrighty. So, let me see, just a second here. Right, you are hexed.
Yeah, there's no way he doesn't hit me.
Well, we'll see. Natural ones happen.
Yeah, natural ones.
Let's see, at 26.
Yeah.
So that is going to be... seven slashing, but 28 points of force damage, and then 5 points of necrotic damage.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And then he will make his second pack blade attack.
Okay. I have an 11 AC.
Natural 20. Will be 28 points of slashing, 26 points of force, and 7. All right. So as you come to 0 hit points, there is a bit of pain and then a feeling of utter bliss that washes over you as suddenly all this fades away and all that remains is the memory of Majin's caress. And you hear in your voice, you hear a voice in your head. I still find you interesting. And there is a sweep of wind and color that blasts over this entire battlefield as you get a free use of divine intervention that automatically succeeds. What do you do?
Girl.
Girl, how good are you?
Oh my god.
Respect.
You just satisfy the god so well that he's just like, I'm giving you a freebie.
Like she gets a hall
Man.
pass. Like, I love it.
Could it be like a laundry lift, or is it just
I think it's a one thing.
One spell-like effect from any spell, or a request that's open to GM's interpretation is...
We win D&D. Done.
I mean, that's one way to define it.
Teleport my friends and Dorian back to Ashland.
That's very overt. And a little boring.
I'm a little stressed. I jumped into a battle naked.
Oh. Oh, right. Sorry. But fun!
Not the first time I've been naked in public.
Is that really what you want done? Can't you think of something more, I don't know, spectacular? Or subtle? I can reach right into his mind, you know.
Oh.
Let him relive his worst nightmare.
Have Dorian call off the attack on my friends. And send away his guards. He trusts us.
That's better.
I've been hanging out with brute force a lot.
As you watch as Dorian suddenly blinks and he brings his hand down. Niall, you float to the ground as silence bubble dissipates. All of the accursed guard and Gaffner the Painted suddenly freeze in place as Dorian holds up a palm. And he blinks. And looks confused for a moment, and then... I won't fight you. Any of you. My strength was never for myself. And I find that without someone to shield, there is nothing left worthy of raising a blade. And this, and he gazes out towards the fighting that continues to happen in Nox Valar, is not what I wanted. Never this. I won't resist. I will go with you. And submit to whatever passes for punishment in this place. If only to see what happens afterwards. And I think that will be where we end our session this week.
Oh my god.
Am I still here, or did I fully die? And just got a divine intervention first.
Yeah.
You're still
Okay,
there.
so I basically got a death ward plus a divine. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that was certainly something.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you very much to Storyteller's Forge for writing this crazy, incredible module.
What is happening?
Also for Diamorte for supplying the great music that we've been listening to.
Yeah.
The amazing Kai for the great art that we've been looking at. If you enjoy good theater, come check out Ohio Shakespeare Festival at their website. If you like cool leather goods, check out the Buckle and Rose at their Etsy shop. If you like cool Dungeons and Dragons podcasts, check out the Echoes of Kryn podcast Samus and I do. If you want to play a game with me as your game master, then check out my Discord and we'll chat. If you need someone to do math for you,
I also make
upon
math rocks.
Or make dice, of course. Yes, sorry. Indeed. That's still a new thing. I guess it shouldn't be a new thing. I'm just
And
used to
they're
you always
gorgeous.
saying that you're an accountant. And but you're also you're now a dice making accountant.
Dice
so-
making accountant.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Her math.
Oh my god, that should be my tagline.
That's so good.
Well, thank you all for
Goodbye.
hopefully enjoying what we've all done tonight. We certainly enjoy doing it, and we're coming to
Dawn
the
certainly
end.
enjoyed doing it.
Oh my god!
Hey,
Don't make it weird. No, it's alright.
already weird.
Too late. Too late.
Full time.
Oh my god.
I can't. I didn't look at anybody's comments while we were doing
I
that.
didn't either.
Or even
I didn't either. I couldn't handle it.
Oh, we were freaking out.
Yeah, no, don't.
Freaking out.
Don't.
Oh my god.
Because that's why everybody plays D&D, right? To have crazy imaginary pets and to have bizarre fantasy sex with gods.
The gods.
That's why I play it.
Why not both?
Ryan's like, that's not what I'm here for.
I gotta start looking at different campaigns. Yeah.
Well, you can check that out on Sean's Discord.
Ballad.
Message Sean on his
What
Discord.
a taste of what I'm capable of. Great to see you all. See you all next time.
Bye.
And be well till then. Bye.